Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be using watercolors, but not just any watercolors. These really cheap watercolors that I got from Walmart. They were like under $10. I haven't opened them yet, and I hardly ever use watercolor, and I am very new at it. But I've already drawn out a piece and lined it to color in a bit. But first, I'm going to swatch these if I can get them open. Okay, so it's supposed to be a travel water kit, and it comes with a really tiny little like water brush pen thing that you fill with water, which I probably won't be using today. And oh, these are all attached. Oh, look at that. That's actually really neat. Oh, and it has a little palette. That is so cool. So I'm gonna get to swatching. I'm not gonna swatch the white because you're not gonna really be able to see it, but oh wow, that's really bright actually. Wow, I didn't expect them to be so bright. Holy cow, look at that red. So far, that's probably the least opaque one I can get it. I'm trying to get the colors to be like as opaque. Whoa, look at that. I'm trying to get like as much pigment as I can so we can really, holy cow, so we can really see the color. So far, that second purple is killing it. Wow, that's pretty bright too. Ooh, kind of a as my mom would call it, a puke green. I kind of like that green though. I'm excited about this one. Oh boy, look at that. Holy cow. So I don't know a whole lot about watercolors. The only ever watercolor set I've ever had is I have this koi one. I think it's maybe 24 colors in it. Oh wow. Anyway, and they're pretty bright too, but I was not for $10 at Walmart. And these aren't just like the sheet of paper ones. These are actually little oh, touched it. These are actually little pans of watercolor. So that's a really pretty blue. So I definitely think if you want to try out watercolor, you're new and you want to see how things go before you buy anything more expensive, I definitely recommend this one right now. Oh, so far, as I said, pretty new. Holy cow, that's pretty new to the whole watercolor bit, but I'm loving these. I love blue and tan, so this last like pan of them is really attractive to me. Definitely trying to get that brown a little darker there. That's better. Not perfect, but better. And finally, I think this is a black. Oh yeah, that is very, very nice. I'm impressed. So there are 18 watercolors, and this is what they look like in their little things. You can see they have like a little guide of what color is on each one. I definitely think, for travel purposes, it's kind of nice to hold them and do this, but they don't like click into place or anything. So it definitely is a little, and I think they get kind of close to each other. So the paint touches each other on the back. So just be careful of that. But, and it's kind of hard to reach all the colors. Like that blue, you know, if you want to reach every color, you don't quite have a great angle on that. But, you know, ideally, you know, you maybe wouldn't be traveling, you know, but we're gonna mess around with it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get started on the drawing. Wow, so those look really cool. And the brand is Royal and Langnickel. It's the Essentials Watercolor Artist Colors. It's the Flip Kit Travel Watercolor Set. And it says highly pigmented, vibrant colors, watercolors. I definitely think they hit that. So I'm gonna set this off to the side, tape down my picture, and then we're gonna get started. Okay, and like I said, I am very, very new to watercolor. I have only ever really messed around with it. I'm not sure this will be my first ever completed watercolor piece. Testing out these watercolors. So for me, I think I'm gonna start by, I'm dripping all over it. Start by kind of giving each fairy a wash of a color. So I've got like a really sad one and like a happy one. They're supposed to be, in my head, they were kind of like twins with their different personalities. You know, one's kind of like really, she's just kind of a glum pessimist. And then she's like the blind optimist, you know, where, you know, so they're both like polar opposites, and where, you know, the kind of person that, you know, you kind of hate them both because, you know, one is so pessimistic and sad all the time, and the other one's so unbelievably happy, and they're both kind of blind to the other. They don't understand each other, but they still love each other, of course, of course. I'm gonna start, I think, with like a purple for her over here. And the goal of this piece isn't for it to be, you know, like the best piece I've ever created. The goal of this piece is to try something new, being watercolors, and to kind of give a little review on these specific watercolors from Walmart. And I'm sure you can find them elsewhere. I did not order them offline. I just kind of saw them one day when I was grocery shopping. So if I can find the link, I will link it below. Wow, that looks so cool already. Goodness. I think we're gonna move to my little messy palette over here. So I inked her in pink, but she's definitely supposed to be kind of a reddish pink. Oh, that's a very hot pink. So because I knew I was going to be coloring them in watercolor, and I'm not that good at watercolor, or I wouldn't say not good, I don't quite know, but because I've never really used watercolor, I left them very simple. You know, they don't have a whole lot of detail to them, and that is on purpose, to kind of cut myself some slack. Paper's already starting to buckle a little bit. Aw, I like that. Liking her hair already. There we go. And I have no plan for these. I haven't, besides kind of doing a blue purple color scheme and a pink red orange color scheme, I haven't thought out anything for them. So I am quite literally just winging it. I think I kind of want to try to get dark for the skirt. If you hear those weird noises in the background when I'm talking, there's a kitten underneath me right now playing with something on the floor. Cute. Cute, cute. Did not quite mean to do that. I'm gonna grab some paper towel. I kind of forgot that right there under her cheek area was still wet. It's not gonna stop me from adding a bit still. Kind of like the way they're blended in. Yeah. Looking cute. Try to blend that out a bit. You know, maybe blushy knees and watercolor wasn't maybe the thing I should have done right away. Okay, I'm gonna bop on over to her for a sec and add in some color over here. And it should dry a little lighter, hopefully. If not, I may have just ruined her, but that's okay. Everything in life is, you know, trial and error, learning experience. I'm not gonna pretend I'm above a learning experience. So even with this drawing here, even their outfits were kind of meant to reflect each other. They're very similar, you know. It's supposed to be like hers is off the shoulder because it like fell and she couldn't be bothered to pick it back up, and like she was so sad and stuff that she couldn't even get her sleeve up, which I mean, I think off the shoulder is way cuter anyway, but ow, hey, that's not very nice. And then, you know, she's got like puffy sleeves, and hers are just, hey, that's not cool. As I was saying, they're supposed to, you know, like she's wearing a skirt, she's wearing a skirt. Actually, I was gonna put her in tights too, so I might do that yet. Not sure how I'll have that be red, but I'll try. And then hers was supposed to be, you know, like a cute skirt going out and all flouncy and cute. And like the same style of shoes, but hers are like worn normally. She's got one untied. The tongue of that one's supposed to be, you know, kind of droopy. See if we can get some of this to lift off there. Oh, much better. Still, I'd like a little color. Let's add in some orange over here. I kind of want her skirt to be orange. Oh, I love it. There we go. You know, these are kind of meant to reflect in like kids' cartoons when there's always like that one like sad character and like the overly happy character. That's what they were kind of meant to reflect. So I'm actually gonna take a minute and I'm gonna let some of this dry a bit and I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. Let's get started again. So I'm gonna try, definitely first off, my brush was still dirty. I'm gonna try lifting some of this because it looked really cute at first, but no, I'm not a fan of the harsh lines. Okay, now I want to think about her shirt. Because it's such a gorgeous, soft, almost, I don't know. I almost want to say periwinkle, but I think that does have the bit of purple in it. I think that's closer to up here. Yes, I leave the stickers on my brushes. Something about taking them off, they get all sticky and I hate that. So I just kind of avoid it. And kind of want to do the tip of her wing in this blue color. I think the thing I am enjoying about watercolor, I have hated it in the past actually. Like I was frustrated with it. I didn't understand it. And now I don't claim to understand it. I still don't think I do. I just have learned to kind of get over my perfectionism a little bit. Like I am a perfectionist. And so I think one of the biggest struggles for me is learning that it's okay to not be good at things. Like you can still love them and learn from them. You don't have to be good at them. And if you want to be good at it, it's okay that you're not good at it right away, you know? I do want to distinguish her legs from her wings because I'd wanted her originally to have tights on. Kind of reminds me of like people who wear like really dark leggings like underneath everything they own. If you use watercolors, tell me in the comments what your favorite thing about watercolors is. I would like to know, because so far my favorite medium to use is probably still markers. Alcohol-based markers, to be exact. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for her face area to dry up, add a few more details, and then I think our sad fairy is done. Now back over here to the happy fairy. So I think I want her hair to be kind of like a blondish. want to add a little bit of color to her legs, maybe, and like her skin. I don't want her to be so pink all over. So I'm gonna add a light wash of orange here, because I do want her to stick out from her wings a bit. And I might have to go add like a wash of, you know, something to the sad fairy's skin as well. There's definitely quite a learning curve for watercolor, I think. I can see why everybody loves it. I am quite enjoying myself, and I quite love, I mean, since I'm not the best at it yet, I'm enjoying, you know, kind of the messiness of it, like, because you can tell I'm an amateur at it. I think I'm gonna go add maybe a light wash of maybe gray or like a green or something to warm her up. Well, not quite warm her up, something to make her skin stick out a tad. Does kind of make her a little sickly, which I kind of figured it would, but who's to say she isn't sickly? It does make her skin stick out a tad, at least from the rest of the piece. Okay, back to Missy over here. Definitely think I'm gonna add a few little shadows in places and then wait for her to dry and add some details to her as well, and then we'll be done here. Crazy. Okay, I'm gonna let them dry for a sec, and I'll be back to add the finishing details. Okay, time for some of the finishing details. And then, unfortunately though, I'm gonna have to let it dry one more time for some colored pencil. And white gel pen action. Okay, one last final dry period, and I will add the rest of the details. See you in a few. Everything's nice and dry. Time to finish it up with some colored pencils. I'm gonna add the last few finishing touches with my Uniball Signo white gel pen. think that concludes it. The final piece, I think it looks really great. These colors are actually really awesome. I was not expecting this high quality from $9 Walmart watercolors. So you should really check these out if you're thinking about getting into watercolor, or even if you like to take watercolor on the go, because I think this is a really fantastic set and you should try it out. So that is all for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you like this video, like, subscribe. I'd love to have you. Bye.